can just look at in this subsection, we have Snake, who could have Kled mid. We've seen Duan play Kled mid last split. Very likely could be Kled, or at least Rumble mid. But we're going to have to wait until like 20 seconds until the last decision's been made.
20 more seconds until they actually need to lock this in, because they could all flex.
Because I understand why Kled would be picked into Talia.
Yeah.
Because Talia is one of those picks that, yeah, sure, Talia gets shoved a lot of the times, but she never wants to be in a trade or all-in situation. Is currently, he's kind of hiding in the lane. A, because he doesn't know where even Jarvan is, but B, this play is about to happen.
Well, that was an unfortunate time for Chris to go in, because Clearlo was there and ready and waiting for the first blood. Flandre completes the TP. Cataclysm right on top of him. He should be going down. Maybe they can trade a Jarvan for it. S2FM. Nice auto attack coming in from OQ will secure it, but it's still a 2-for-1 trade. A Scout is getting torn apart by Zatai off to the side. Good stun out from S2FM. Could be the second kill in for OQ. Doesn't quite happen as Clearlo turns it around, but in comes Zatai. Clearlo flashes away, but he's taken out by the violent tendencies, and now Scout under attack, but it's Kled who's dismounted, and it's Mouse cutting in for the second kill, and round 2 for another one. OQ tries to back away, but the drone will spot him as he jukes into the brush. The flash in from Mouse, and the turnaround doesn't happen from OQ. That's the delayed ace by EDG.
He's still afraid. You have the reason to be afraid. All right, you're dead.
And as soon as evidence shows itself, he knew it, and he knows the mistake that he just made. He should have been more cautious, and he's going to be kicking himself right now, but Evelyn was indeed there. The ultimate comes in from SOFM, the slow field out onto Zed, the turnaround of the arrow. As the tie comes into his bottom lane, Mako with Glacial Fisher, but we're still trading down. Zed gets a 1-for-1, but Mako will be going down. There is no escape from this, and it's another kill over to OQ.
The fights just keep happening, and the only reason why is because it's the answer to the last fight that happened. The reason...
Yeah, they also sent Crystal down there, so I'm wondering where he's actually going.
Oh, okay.
No use him being there, but SWFM was jumping in. Arrow lands right on top of the Sejuani, and the CC chain knocked back in. Couldn't get to the Lantern. Thought he was going to be able to make it out, but it was not the case. Flandre gets 2 nice slowdowns onto EDG. Leechi's going to go back to mid, but it's a tie split pushing in the bottom lane for this tower. Meanwhile, Kalilov has located Crystal with the Cataclysm on top of his head. He's not going to escape from this one. 2 more kills to EDG.
And he saw a potential pick rather than going for the play. Zatai could find a pick for himself.
Well, he didn't land the bear trap on the rope, so he should be okay. And Scout might be able to turn this one around, especially with Kalilov being here. And this should be the kill. Just a feels-bad moment on Zatai, but it was all down to that sidestep in from Scout, duking to the left.
To strangle the map in their favor. But EDG...
Well, Flandre's caught out in the side lane. Oh my god, the damage from Clearlove. Tries to flash away, but you can't escape from a Cataclysm. Scout following after SOFM, and he goes for a weird flash, but he knows the tie is coming. This could be the turnaround from Snake. SOFM still alive as Scout goes down. Mouse over the wall, the old flying drag switcheroo, and the whole team makes the escape over the blast cone.
The split push top laner, not based off of playstyle, based off necessity, because his TPs have just been poor, as you've mentioned.
Yeah.
So, looks like Snake are just going to go all in for this Baron. His team fighting has been pretty damn good. He's on the Rumble. Let's see if that's what's going to push them out ahead.
That is true. That could be what turns it. EDG know that they're on this Baron. Clearlove beat on him just yet as he's up to the top side, and it's everyone locked into the pit, but a great hook coming in from Thresh there. The Baron's low, who's going to get the spike? It's going to be Clearlove, and that's where FM makes the escape, but the rest of the team can't do it. 3 kills to EDG, including the Baron. OQ's recalling, but Mouse has seen you, and the chair to the back of the head in from Mako confirms the 4th kill. 15-6, Baron to EDG.
To get the inhib.
SOFM still wants this, but half of his team is locked away. He can't go for this engage unless OQ catches up. He pops the ultimate, gets the stun down on top of Ash before Mouse goes right into the backline, and Zatai is doing the same on his front. But Mouse, he's still alive somehow. Might almost pick up the kill onto OQ. Jumps away, finally drops. But Mouse was also another casualty. It's still a 2-for-1 favor of EDG.
Get him!
Clearlove's coming for you. Can you actually get away from the Dark Frenzy? The answer is a yes on that one. OQ getting locked up by Mako. There's SFM still tanking up Zem. Meanwhile, OQ just explodes.
Wow.
And this is all over now for Crystal and Flandre. This fight is not even going to be close, and EDG are already just trying to chase targets down. I'm not even sure if you could call it a fight. Clearlove wants blood. He wants SOFM. That's not the place to recall, friend, because Clear Love is still coming for you. He actually just smited him to death. That was unnecessary. He had another hate spike. But regardless, EDG are going to close this one up, and that was a sloppy endeavor from Snake there.
Yeah, I don't know what SOFM was setting up for, because OQ and Flandre had already been demolished when they went for a flank play. So that's how it's going to end, my friend. If fast one at that. Yeah, it definitely is. But EDG are able to take this one, I guess, commanding once the game was moving from that Baron play.
Yeah, it definitely was, Rasen. 21 kills to 7, 29 minutes on the clock. EDG, very clean game from them in the end, and take game 1 up against Snake. Start this series off strong.
And what a game that was. You don't get a lot of games where you have, okay, you know, maybe one surprising pick. Maybe you get the Kled mid. You don't have that. Oh, that's fair. And then you get a random Evelyn, you get the Sejuani, and that's all happening simply because of the pick ban situation where second phase maybe won't be able to kill it outright, but they can really harass it and push it out of lane, and then they can look towards really strengthening the Kalista Thresh. So I like the fact that Snake are going towards such an aggressor node.
Oh, okay, Master's just going right in here because he knows Scout's coming in once again. And he still hasn't even landed a single hit. The flash, the Justice Punch for the kill. Stylish as all hell. Scout with the first blood.
And you know what? If he was somehow
the red buff right here. And Clear Love knows it though. The flash kick and the kill right here. Shorty buys a tie, jumps in. But the exhaust from Mako so perfect as he finds the stun. Zet following after, and the damage from the Winds of War. Scout walks into lane, picks up another one that's spoon-fed.
Seconds sooner. Probably wouldn't have been able to use Flash, but Zet is the new focus.
Crystal's here, 3 versus 2. It's a good trade so far from Snake, and SOFM confirms the kill. The chase continues on to Mako. And the Icathian surprise pops, but it is a kill in return. So SOFM not to...
So it just turns into a shoving match right here. Snake were already fast to the punch, but EDG are pushing back.
Trying to take down this tower as fast as possible, but the Fate's Call comes in, and it's going to be a full-blown dive. Zet wants to get back to this tower, but Flandre with the TP, but in comes Mouse, wants to turn it around. In comes Scout as well, but he's a little too far away. Winds of War comes out, zones away OQ and Crystal before they come back in for another one. Mako goes down, and Zatai roaming in from the mid lane. They should surely be able to kill Scout, even though he is a monster right now. 30 kills for 1 over to Snake, but the top tower falls. It's still a 1-to-1 trade, and overall, a net positive to Snake. So keeps up the chase as Mouse is kicked right into the team, and it's the 1-2. As Mouse will combo break that one, but Crystal, the flash, the flay, the kill from SOFM. Anybody, Oki with a pierce. And that finds that one as the push continues in the top lane. Mechanical outplays across the board. He's not gonna let you go.
Yeah.
Justice Punch. On to SOFM, quick kick back, but he's caught out, and Clear Love, he does damage. Herald, it's opening up an opportunity for him to take the tower. Meanwhile, Flandre, flying and dragging out the Cataclysm, really just wants to disengage from here on out. Pick up the Herald, but the tower goes down. Hook onto Cogmore, and Crystal gonna pull the trigger. Zatai in from the side, but it's the hero's entrance keeping him alive. Down goes the support, down goes the jungler and the mid tower. Big turnaround from EDG.
Be able to push mid, but with that being said,
Mouse is pulling the trigger into the mid lane. Scout's coming in as well. He wants to taunt up more than just the top lane, but Flange is going to take a bunch of damage. Use the Cataclysm to jump back into this back line. SOFM falls. Zatai looking for the assassinate onto Clear Love, but doesn't quite find it. And he is searching.
And if you go Redemption, you just lock yourself up in not having a lot of resistance to yourself. Crystal's going for it. But yeah, as we say that, Snake, once again going in for a Baron fight.
I've seen this one before, but it was in a different game. Baron is dropping low. Hero's entrance comes in, and EDG have taken control over the pit. The flag drag to relative safety. Flandre is alive for now, while Scout saying, hello, team. I would like some assistance on the Baron right now.
Just punches it.
But here comes Zet. Should be able to take this one down. Clear Love just need to confirm this with the smite. Mako kicked into the pit. SOFM jumps in, but he's a little too late. And in the wrong place at the wrong time. SOFM goes down, and the Baron secured by EDG.
It feels very difficult for them, especially a strong team-fighting team of EDG, and with a strong team-fighting comp with Baron, like that in and of itself, that's a death sentence.
SOFM still going to try for it though, and that was a great alley-oop right into the hook there from Crystal, and they take out Zet. This could be a great fight now from Snake as Mouse comes in for the flank. Scout still zoning away, but Zatai unloading on top of Scout of all players. He needs to save that combo for someone else who isn't a magic-absorbing Colossus. Here comes Flandre once more. He's dragged in, locks everybody into the pit with him, but he goes down. He was definitely trapped in with the enemy team as Crystal will have to jump away. Here is Entrance, locks up a global target as the chase continues to Mouse. He goes down off of Skull, but that's just one member off the team while everyone else is just picking up kills left and right. Zatai and SOFM, the only remaining members to tell the tale what happened in mid lane. It's the LPL pick that works for every top laner apparently. Is Flandre, man, he just wanted the Grump. And you know what he got instead? He got Clearlove, who is eating him alive.
Oh, that's not a good...
And here's Scout as well. So,
yeah.
I mean, yeah, he literally just respawned as well.
He did.
So, he's going to go back to the Death Chamber and have to consider his actions.
He thought he saw the light with that lantern. Went into death. Nah, just another person who was trying to kill him.
Timeout, Flandre. So Ty also getting chased down. Honestly, for how that model was moving, I thought it was the clone, but it was actually Zatai's real model. Yeah, and Snake are falling apart, man.
This hasn't been the game for Zatai. He's made a few flanks, but every single time he's done
get him,
so.
SOFM.
This is the classic SOFM.
The classic SOFM.
His classic maneuver.
All right, where's Raptors? Yeah, okay, he finally did. Crystal, he's off alone warding by himself. Come on, man.
Yeah.
Come on, Raz.
Come on,
Let's get some come on Razes up in this chat.
For the fighting to begin. If Zet survives, he will tear you to shreds.
I mean, that was just too well played by Mako, unfortunately. Yeah. So as much as we talk about it, that one last play, EDG are also playing out of their minds right now. They're not going to give up this game. Zet is doing so much damage. Flandre jumps into the back lines, but promptly makes his escape. Meanwhile, everyone is dying on the side of Snake. Clearlove did fall, however, but Scout simply doesn't take any damage, and Zatai just wants back to his fountain at this point in time. First Nexus turret falls, second was already dead. In fact, SOFM, all he could do is look for a kick on the spawn pad, but it looks like he used it in that last fight. Then Zet wants to pad out his scoreline onto the pad. It's going to end. Unfortunately for his scoreline, it's not going to be increased as EDG toy with their food and take a prompt 2-0 to start our day off.
And this ends this episode of the Neighborhood Battles for Snake versus EDG as EDG gets the last laugh. And EDG needed this one. I guess they both did, but EDG losing 2-0 to Dan Gaming in the beginning of this week feels a lot better to take down Snake.
Looks like a different team, Raz.
Exactly, and it's a rebirth, I suppose, of Clearlove, who sticks around, of course, in both these games, and they just look great.
Yeah, it does honestly feel good to see a return to form for Clearlove, because last split when we saw him, he was okay. He was a passable jungler.
Yep.
It was not the Clearlove that we all remember from International, but whatever happened in off-season, this guy suddenly extremely strong, and there you go, Flandre. Didn't even notice EDG were behind him, so still smiles, and good banter between both of these two teams. Of course, they are still friends, but at the end of the day, EDG taking a well-deserved bow for that 2-0. It will be a one-on-one on the week, dropping that series to Dan Gaming earlier on, but still, they can play